Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Jules, the full-time flipper, the single mama, the one-woman show, and I am here to share and have fun with y'all. Cheers. I just got that right over today, guys, and look at my goofy cup. Cute, right? I'm drinking a coffee banana smoothie thing I make, and it's delicious. Nice. So guys, it has been hotter than a witch's, in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's really humid. I have air conditioners in the bedrooms, but not in like my downstairs area. So I'm hot and sweaty more than usual. I'm always hot, okay? So it's been an experience lately. Yeah, and by the way, I have bug bites right here. If you see this and you're like, what's happening to Julie? Yeah, bug bites. So they don't look good. They look weird. Like I'm coming down with some kind of virus. No, I'm good. I'm okay. And I'm trying to cover them up, but it ain't working. So I'm just going to tell you it's there. I'm okay. So today we're going to do some what solds. I've been behind because this week has been a bit of a, it's just been one of them weeks where I get so overwhelmed that I don't know what's going on. And I am overstimulated and the kids are out of school, so that's been another issue. I love my little guy Quest, but he is a handful, okay? He demands attention 24/7, which I get, I love him. I want to spend as much time with him as I can, but it's kind of counterproductive when I'm trying to get any work done. So it's been a challenge, guys, okay? So anywho, yes, we're going to talk about what has been selling. I actually did a couple videos of me pulling sales earlier, and then I'll do some just here with you talking about them and showing you screenshots. So I think it's about time we get into this, guys. Okay, well, let's go. This was a really good sale. I bought this antique Chinese tea set. It was so cool. The pot went right into the basket. It fit like perfectly, and the basket was all handmade. It was so cool. And I bought it from an estate sale on half off days. So I believe I paid like $10, maybe $15 at the most. It did have some like tea staining inside, but to me that almost made it even cooler. Like you could tell someone actually used it at one time. And I had it maybe not even 3 weeks and it sold for, let's see, $50 plus shipping, and it is actually going back to China. Yeah, I love that. I've said it before, when I find like antique or vintage things and they go back to the motherland, that is so cool to me. So yeah, someone's paying up for shipping, $50 plus shipping, but it was a really cool, beautiful set and good sale too. Okay, I sold a really cool old 1970s belt. This was neat. I do like picking up belts, and I've been selling them really well lately. I don't know if the algorithm like picked up that I have belts, but they've been doing really well, which is good because usually they're more long tail. Vintage brass belt buckle, BTS with dark leather belt, 1978 retro. And that sold for $34.20 plus shipping. Now this is one of them. I don't quite remember where I got this. Knowing me, I probably only paid a couple bucks for it because usually that's all I pay for belts, unless I know it's something really special, So yeah, very cool belt, $34.20, good price, good flip, going out. Okay, so one time I was in Goodwill, which I don't go to Goodwill a lot because my local one isn't very great, but sometimes I pop in every now and then. I think the only thing I bought there that day was this set of napkins because I was shocked to see how valuable they were. They were like new. Check it out, guys. April Cornell Floral Fall Maple Leaf Cloth Cotton Napkins, 12 piece. I think Goodwill had like $6 on them, if I remember correctly. It was around that price, and I kind of contemplating on buying them for that much. But then when I looked up April Cornell, I was like, whoo, yeah, some of her stuff can sell really well for decent money. And these sold for $32 plus shipping just for some napkins. Like, I was pretty shocked that they were worth that much. So this is a name to be on the lookout for. April Cornell, guys, definitely. She has a lot of pretty linens and like decor stuff, and definitely higher end too. So be on the lookout. Okay, we got a few different jewelry sales here I'll share. Awesome. Okay, I mentioned this not long ago. At a yard sale, I found a few different Joan Rivers pieces, and Joan Rivers jewelry can sell really well. I found this set there, check it. Joan Rivers faux pearl double strand necklace bracelet set. Rhinestone clasp, 28 inches. Yeah, so pretty set, very nice condition. I paid at the most $3 for the set at a yard sale a couple weeks back, so I only had it for a couple weeks and it sold for $50 plus shipping. So definitely a good sale there. Joan Rivers Bolo, honey. Be on the lookout for Joan Rivers. All right, about a couple weeks back, I found this really pretty necklace at an estate sale. I paid, I believe, maybe around $3 for this. Vintage Germany US Zone Amethyst Glass Mother of Pearl Necklace Silver Tone 18 inch. And on the back it was signed vintage, or yeah, it wasn't signed vintage. Okay, it was signed Germany US Zone. So right then I knew it had to have been from around the war era, you know. And yeah, I looked it up. It'd say like 1946, I think, around that time. So right after the war. Regardless, I think I had it posted for 50 some and it sold for $48.60 plus shipping. Very pretty necklace, not high end or anything like I said, but super pretty. And like I said, I only had it for a couple weeks at the most and it sold pretty fast, so good sale. All right, here we have another jewelry piece. Antique Victorian filigree faceted blue rhinestone sash pin brooch C clasp. Yeah, this one had a C clasp, which if you don't know anything that has a clasp like this, and I'll show you what it looks like, means it's from like the late 1800s, I believe, to the early 1900s. Don't quote me on that, but basically it's antique. It's old, you know, and I honestly don't find a lot of stuff with the C clasp, and I'm always excited when I do because I just like finding really old stuff. I think it's so neat. So this was just, you know, a costume jewelry piece. It was in decent condition. The little pin on the back was a little wonky looking, and the C clasp was a little like funky too. I mean, it functioned okay, but I did note that in the listing. Yeah, I found this just a few days ago at a rummage sale. Did not pay much at all for it. Maybe like $1 if that. It was really cheap. And it sold for $28 plus shipping. And it sold very fast too, so good sale. Another item I found at that rummage sale I was talking about a few days ago. Wilson's Leather Black Riding Chap size medium, side zip adjustable belt. So yeah, very nice leather chaps, and they sold for $38 plus shipping in like a day. Good sale. Okay, another jewelry item here. We got a vintage 14 karat gold filled Wells oval beaded link necklace, estate corn cob, 16.5 inches. The corn cob, I guess, is what they call this style bead. I didn't know. I just figured that out when I looked it up, but I thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, it was just a pretty like vintage necklace, gold filled. So gold filled doesn't make it like fine jewelry. It would have to be solid gold, you know, to make it fine jewelry. So gold filled stuff is not worth quite as much, you know. It's kind of tricky. Like there's gold plated, and then there's gold filled, and then there's solid gold. So I am not an expert with this. I just kind of try to figure stuff out as I go. And either way, I got this for like $2, I believe. I'm trying to think. I don't remember where I got it. I just know I didn't pay much for it. And it sold for $32 plus shipping. I believe I've had this for a couple months, so yeah, good sale. Okay, I sold a pair of Hoka sneakers. I never picked any of these up before. I don't really see them often. I saw them at my local thrift store and I thought, I think these sell good, but I'm not sure. I didn't really know much about them. And I only paid $2 for these and they sold for $40 plus shipping. So definitely Hoka shoes seem pretty popular. I could have probably got a little more for them, but since I only paid a couple bucks, I priced them a little lower. They had a little bit of wear on the inside of the soles, but for the most part, they looked really good. All right, I sold a cute pair of Winnie the Pooh earrings. Disney Winnie the Pooh gold tone dangle earrings, blue balloon pierce. These were just really cute. I paid, I believe, like $1 for these at my local thrift store. They sold for $16 plus shipping. I've had them a while, probably a few months at least. They sat for a while, but don't mind that because they're small. So good sale, $16 plus shipping. Ooh, this was a really pretty ring. I've had this for a while, definitely a few months. I believe I paid $4 to $6 for this ring. I don't really remember. I got it at an estate sale, but I forget what I paid for. I'm trying to think, but it's, you know, not in there. The information has flew the coop, guys. I don't remember, but it was a really pretty dainty, like very small ring, but very pretty. Vintage Native American silver ring. It had that mother of pearl. Yeah, size 5.5, which is pretty small. So yep, it sold for $24 plus shipping. Okay, and last one I'm gonna share for today is this vintage link bow ornate brass tone black stone gypsy boho Ren Fair costume cosplay. So yes, I put a lot of keywords on this and I think it helped because it sold rather quickly. I believe, let me search the memory for where I got this because it's not popping up. I think I got this at a yard sale for maybe a couple bucks, if memory serves me right, which it might not, but that's where my brain's going with it. It looked cool, but it had quite a bit of wear, and it was rather small too. It didn't have, like, some of these will have links where you can kind of adjust it smaller or bigger, and this didn't have that. I didn't want to price it too high because of that, even though it seemed rather old and kind of neat, you know. It had some, you know, a little bit of funkiness going on with it. So I posted it for $18 and it sold for $18. So cool. And I believe I only had that maybe a couple weeks, if that. But honestly, every time I have tagged Ren Fair, which is Renaissance Fair, onto anything that looks Renaissance Fair-y, it has sold. I mean, I'm not saying it's that exactly. It could just be me thinking that that keyword is selling stuff. I don't know, but it just seems rather coincidental. So, like I said, I think people do look for stuff to wear at the Renaissance fairs because they are kind of popular. People kind of piece together outfits kind of like they do for Halloween and such. So it definitely could help. And putting like cosplay and costume and stuff too, I think that helps too. So keep that in mind if you ever find stuff like that. So anywho, good sale. All right, going out this weekend is this really pretty quilt. It's old, I believe. I'm not sure how old. It has some wear and it has a cool basket. What's it called? Let me see. Here's my descriptive that I put. Vintage flower basket quilt yarn ties, colorful primitive cottage country twin, 65 by 81. So yes, this is a smaller blanket. Found this for $15, I believe I paid at a yard sale not long ago. So yes, took 2 weeks to sell and I sold it for $45 plus shipping. If it were a bigger size, it would have sold for a bit more, but you know, it's on the smaller end. But it's still very well done, has like no real flaws. It's just a little worn down because it's older, but other than that, it's really nice. Definitely handmade, and it's got the yarn pulls too in there. So a nice old quilt going out, $45 plus shipping. Okay, another Y2K item, guys. It's hot. This purse, I tell you, just a denim purse. These old denim purses. This one looks like it's from Kmart. Just plain, no branding whatsoever. I paid $1 for this at my local thrift store and it sold for $24 plus shipping. Every time I pick these up, they seem to do really well. Decent shape, just an old jean purse. Going out, $24 plus shipping. Okay, this was a little bit of a happy accident, I guess you'd say. I picked this up at my local thrift store for $3. Yes, it is a Starbucks cup, and it's got some Star Wars stuff on it. My son really likes Star Wars and coffee too, so I thought, oh, Jaden would like this. Luckily, when I got home, I was just curious. I'm like, I wonder how much these are going for, and I looked it up, and yes, this one in particular is a bit more rare. I seen ones on eBay for a couple $100. Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, in that case, we're gonna sell this. Of course, Jaden don't mind. He has plenty of coffee mugs, and yeah, it's worth it. So some Starbucks cups can do really well. Some are not worth much of anything. It's just the luck of the draw, as we all know. It sold for $75 plus shipping. I paid $3 for it. So yeah, like I said, some of them They were trying to get over $100 and such for some of these on there, and I thought, you know what, I paid $3, I'm gonna put it on. I think I put mine on for like 90 something or 80 something, and I took an offer. Yeah, so it sold within a couple days, I think. Worth looking up if you see a Starbucks mug that looks interesting and has a certain design or whatever. It could be bread and butter, but it could be worth quite a bit, so definitely look them up, guys. All right, I saw this Mary. She's really pretty. Vintage chalkware. She has a few little chippies. Right there's one, and a little bit by her face here, but it's not bad, honestly. That's what the bottom looks like. I got her at this rummage sale I went to on Thursday. They had a table with religious themed items. It was a Catholic school, so I think a lot of it was Catholic stuff. A lot of these religious items sell well for me, so I always pick them up if they're in good condition. This one I paid nothing for because everything on that table was free. So I picked up quite a few things from that table because I knew they usually sell well, and lo and behold, she sold a couple days after I posted her for $25 plus shipping. Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for vintage religious themed items. Obviously Bibles, I say that all the time. Rosaries, all kinds of stuff like that. So yep, good sale. All right, here we have a really pretty replacement shade. It's a Fenton, actually, Fenton Amber Rose. I didn't think it was Fenton when I first picked them up. I actually got two of them. This one and another one. They look exactly alike. I'll show you. I honestly could not believe it. Two of these I found at my local thrift store. Guess what, guys? I couldn't even believe it. 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents a piece. So I paid $1 for both of these. I don't really understand why they had them so cheap. I guess it depends on who's pricing stuff. But as soon as I seen them and seen how pretty and detailed they were, I grabbed them, of course, because shipping like big lamps and stuff might be more of a hassle, but when it's just this, it's really not hard to ship. So whenever I find stuff like this, I pick it up. Because things like this get broken and they're vintage and people need replacements, so they go to eBay to find them. So let me see here. Vintage Fenton Amber Rose Ruffled Glass Student Lampshade 7-inch Fitter Replacement. This sold for $65 plus shipping. I believe I had it even a little higher. I took an offer and I still have one to sell, as you know, over there. So very good flip here. I was just lucky to find these so cheap. But yeah, be on the lookout for old like glass lampshades and such like this. I find them quite a bit, to be honest. It's just, you know, when people are at the thrift store, they don't really have much use for this. You got to find the right person who actually needs it. That's why eBay is so cool like that, you know. So it's nice to be able to find these as resellers and get them to the people who actually need them out there. So yeah, very good sale. $65 plus shipping, paid 50 cents. Okay guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I am going to be back soon with a Wackadoo Bolo video. So guys, I have one brewing and it's going to be on its way to you soon. So keep an eye out for that, guys. And I thank you all for being here, for helping. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, okay? And if you want to subscribe and help me out, why am I doing this? If you want to subscribe and help me out, you can do that too, because that is awesome. And by the way, don't let anyone ever tell you you're too old for pigtails. I had someone tell me that like years ago, like, you're too old for pigtails. And I'm like, who are you? Okay, do we have to mention Willie Nelson? He's kind of like the godfather of pigtails, okay? He owns them, and he is very old now, and he still rocks the pigtails. You were never too old for pigtails. I just noticed I forgot to wear my mic, guys. This whole time I have not been wearing my mic, which helps the audio and stuff. That sucks. But maybe it won't be so bad. As long as I'm close to the phone, that's what I record on, by the way, my phone. I don't think it's that bad. I just use it to hike up the quality of the audio so it's better, but I don't know. I think it'll be okay anyhow. Hopefully, guys. Yeah, I just completely forgot to wear it today. Sorry, guys. So hopefully it's all good. You might just have to pump up the jam a little bit. Pump up the volume. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. I need to go. I'm getting goofy, okay? Anyhow, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy hunting. Toodaloo, guys.